You know, when you think fairy tale castle, odds are this is the image that pops into your head. Neuschwanstein. It's pretty much the blueprint for dreams, right? But what if the story we all think we know is just the beautiful cover on a much darker, much more complicated book? Let's peel back the curtain.
And that's really the big question here, isn't it? Because this global symbol of fantasy, it's actually built on a foundation of some surprising and even tragic realities. The story of Neuschwanstein is one of the most beautiful illusions in the world. All right, so first things first, let's just take a moment to appreciate its superstar status. This isn't just a fairy tale castle. For millions and millions of people, it is the fairy tale castle, period. And the numbers, they're just staggering. We're talking about 1.5 million people flocking to this spot in Bavaria every single year. That makes it one of the most visited tourist destinations in all of Europe. But its fame, it goes way beyond just tourism. It's the single most photographed building in all of Germany. And then there's the Disney connection. This isn't just like a Disney castle. It's the direct, honest-to-goodness blueprint for Sleeping Beauty's castle. This one building literally shaped our collective modern idea of what fantasy looks like. So, who dreams up something like this? Well, to understand the castle, you've got to get inside the head of its creator and the very specific, passionate obsession that fueled the whole thing. See, this quote really gets to the heart of it. This was never, ever about defense or about, running a country. It was designed to be a private refuge, a personal escape. And even more than that, it was a giant, livable monument to the operas of Richard Wagner. And the man behind this dream was King Ludwig II, often called the Swan King. He was a monarch who, let's be honest, was way more interested in art, mythology, and music than he was in politics or warfare. He didn't want to rule a kingdom, he wanted to build a stage for his own imagination. And this is where we get to the first huge illusion of Neuschwanstein. See, Ludwig desperately wanted to live inside a medieval legend, but he was stuck in the 19th century. So what did he do? He just built one from scratch. The illusion is all in the design, right? You look at it from the outside and it looks like this tough, impenetrable medieval fortress. But what it really is a 19th century romantic fantasy. It's not actually medieval, it's a romanticized idea of what the Middle Ages were like. And get this, to bring his vision to life, Ludwig didn't hire some famous fortress architect. Nope, the lead designer was a guy named Christian Jank, who was a theater set painter. That tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? Ludwig wasn't building a castle. He was building a giant, livable stage set. And if you need any more proof that this was not a functional castle, here it is. Tucked away inside, connecting the living room and the study, is an artificial grotto, a man-made cave complete with, get this, theatrical colored lighting. That's not architecture, that is pure stagecraft. Okay, but this is where that romantic dream just slams into a cold, hard wall of reality. Because the magnificent castle we all see today is really just a ghost of what it was supposed to be. Ludwig's original vision for this place, it was absolutely massive. The plans called for this sprawling complex with nearly 200 individual rooms, a true monument to his imagination. But now, contrast that huge vision with the reality. 14. Of the nearly 200 rooms Ludwig dreamed of, only 14 were ever completely finished. The vast, vast majority of this iconic building is just an empty shell hidden behind that picture-perfect facade. And the personal tragedy here is even more stark. After all of that dreaming, all that building, all that debt, King Ludwig himself only got to live in his private refuge for 172 days. Less than 6 months. That's it, before it was all over. And maybe the most perfect ironic symbol of this whole unfinished dream is the throne room. It's this jaw-dropping 2-story space with a mosaic floor made of 2 million tiles. It has everything a king could possibly want, except for the one thing a throne room actually needs: a throne. It was never built. So how on earth did this deeply personal, totally unfinished, and wildly expensive project become a global icon? Well, the final chapter of this story is swift, dramatic, and just dripping with irony. And the end Wow, it came so, so fast. On June 13th, 1886, Ludwig's own government, totally fed up with his spending, had him declared insane and removed from power. Just 3 days later, he was found dead. And the official cause of death? Still a mystery to this very day.
And here it is, the final, greatest irony of all. Just 6 weeks after his mysterious death, the government did the one thing Ludwig would have absolutely hated. They opened his private sanctuary to the public. And why? To pay off the mountain of debt he'd racked up to build it in the first place.
So when you lay it all out, the castle's path to fame is just a total paradox. It starts as one man's intensely private dream. That dream leads to a mountain of debt. That debt leads to a tragic death, and that death turns his private hideaway into a public moneymaker, which is what ultimately creates the global pop culture icon we know today. Which kind of leaves us with one last thought, right? When we look at this incredible castle, what are we really admiring? Is it the stones and the towers, the beautiful illusion of a medieval fortress? Or is the true magic in the story behind it all? The beautiful, tragic, and ultimately unfinished dream of a king who just wanted to live inside an opera?